right, another update. I think things are ready to go. There's a bunch of little edge things that are not perfect yet, but for anybody who might need the tool and just use it at basic form, then it's definitely ready to go. So again, we pick a simplified this. This thing only does one thing right now, so we've just got a button down here that says what it's going to do. We want to validate a directory. This is a directory of the root directory of the SD card, so you could either point it at an actual SD card or a directory that you plan to copy to an SD card for the assimilator. So go ahead and open that up. This is, again, a backup of the user card that comes with the device. We'll give it a quick scan. And here's our list. So we've got a status column which says if it's an info, a warning, or an error. As you saw previously, if you watched the other video, there's only one error here. There's a file with 0 length. And so what I did actually was added the file size in here as it's a WAV file, but when we tried to scan it, we had a failure, of course, because there's no content in it. So I just thought that might be helpful to display that, and then you know that. So then let's pick another directory where we might have some other errors here, music and samples. Yeah, bunch of WAV files. A little longer because there's a lot more files in there, obviously. But yeah, that was for 6,500 files. It took a couple of seconds to scan all that. All right, so shows us all again the names, formats, all good. And here we go. A folder whose name is too long. It's 55 and can be a maximum of 31. Same here. A file with a name too long. 51 with a max of 57. And that's it. So there's also these warnings again that are displayed that are just showing you like this file's going to be copied to the SD card, it was on the SD card, and it will be ignored by the assimilator, which ignores files and folders, I assume, that begin with a period. So I'm just displaying those, and again, but it's a bunch of errors there. So I think this is ready to go. I wanted to put in filters so you could filter out, you just want to see the errors, you just want to see the infos, and you just want to see the warnings. But I don't think that's needed for it to be useful. And so I'm going to call it good and start trying to build the Mac version. Got to fire my Mac up, hadn't used it in a bit. Fire up the Mac, make a Mac version, and then I can make these available. Not sure how I do that with the Mac, whether I got to put it in the store or something else. So I will figure that out too. All right.